If you can make a woman laugh, you can make her do anything. I don't mind living in a man's world as long as I can be a woman in it. A sex symbol becomes a thing. I hate being a thing. A smile is the best makeup a girl could wear. The real lover is the man who can thrill you by kissing your forehead, or smiling into your eyes, or just staring into space. All girls are beautiful in their own way. Always, always, always believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who will? Sweetie. So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life's a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about. A friend tells you what you want to hear. A best friend tells you the truth. I don't forgive people because I'm weak. I forgive them because I am strong enough to know people make mistakes. Keep smiling, because life is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. If you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I learned to walk as a baby, and I haven't had a lesson since. Maybe I'll never be able to do what I hope to, but at least I have hope. A girl doesn't need anyone who doesn't need her. Most men judge your importance in their lives by how much you can hurt them. We are all born sexual creatures, thank God, but it's a pity so many people despise and crush this natural gift. Boys think girls are like books. If the cover doesn't catch their eye, they won't bother to read what's inside. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. Just because you fall once doesn't mean you fall at everything. Keep trying, hold on, and always trust yourself, because if you don't, then who will? When you're young and healthy, you can plan on Monday to commit suicide, and by Wednesday you're laughing again. Suicide is a person's privilege. I don't believe it's a sin or a crime. It's your right if you do, though it doesn't get you anywhere. A strong man doesn't have to be dominant toward a woman. He doesn't match his strength against a woman weak with love for him. He matches it against the world. To all the girls that think you're fat because you're not a size 0, you're the beautiful one. It's society who's ugly. Men are always ready to respect anything that bores them. How wrong it is for a woman to expect the man to build the world she wants, rather than to create it herself. Yes, there was something special about me, and I knew what it was. I was the kind of girl they found dead in a hall bedroom with an empty bottle of sleeping pills in her hand. Your clothes should be tight enough to show you're a woman, but loose enough to show you're a lady. For those who are poor in happiness, each time is a first time. Happiness never becomes a habit. I'm not interested in money. I just want to be wonderful. Dreaming about being an actress is more exciting than being one. If I play a stupid girl and ask a stupid question, I've got to follow it through. What am I supposed to do? Look intelligent. I'm very definitely a woman, and I enjoy it. Just because you fail once, it doesn't mean you're going to fail at everything. Keep trying, hold on, and always, always, always believe in yourself, because if you don't, then who will? So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling because life's a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. A career is wonderful, but you can't curl up with it on a cold night. All a girl really wants is for one guy to prove to her that they are not all the same. A wise girl kisses but doesn't love, listens but doesn't believe, and leaves before she is left. I believe that everything happens for a reason. People change so that you can learn to let go. Things go wrong so that you appreciate them when they're right. You believe lies so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself. And sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. I'm selfish, impatient, and a little insecure. I make mistakes. I am out of control and at times hard to handle. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I am good, but not an angel. I do sin, but I am not the devil. I am just a small girl in a big world trying to find someone to love. She was a girl who knew how to be happy even when she was sad. And that's important, you know. All little girls should be told they are pretty, even if they aren't. It's not true that I had nothing on. I had the radio on. There was my name up in lights. I said, God, somebody's made a mistake. But there it was, in lights. And I sat there and said, remember, you're not a star. Yet there it was up in lights. Beneath the makeup and behind the smile, I am just a girl who wishes for the world. If you're gonna be two-faced, at least make one of them pretty. It's far better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone, so far. When it comes down to it, I let them think what they want. If they care enough to bother with what I do, then I'm already better than them. I've never fooled anyone. I've let people fool themselves. They didn't bother to find out who and what I was. Instead, they would invent a character for me. I wouldn't argue with them. They were obviously loving somebody I wasn't. We should all start to live before we get too old. Fear is stupid, so are regrets. The nicest thing for me is sleep. Then at least I can dream. Who said nights were for sleep? You believe lies so you eventually learn to trust no one but yourself. It's often just enough to be with someone. I don't need to touch them, not even talk. A feeling passes between you both. You're not alone. Dogs never bite me, just humans. If I'd observed all the rules, I'd never have got anywhere. Success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. I want to grow old without facelifts. I want to have the courage to be loyal to the face I have made. Sometimes things fall apart so that better things can fall together. I don't know who invented high heels, but all women owe him a lot. Sex is part of nature. I go along with nature. You never know what life is like until you have lived it. I restore myself when I'm alone. I just want to be wonderful. It's all make-believe, isn't it? When you have a good friend that really cares for you and tries to stick in there with you, you treat them like nothing. Learn to be a good friend, because one day you're gonna look up and say, I lost a good friend. Learn how to be respectful to your friends. Don't just start arguments with them, and don't tell them the reason. Always remember your friends will be there quicker than your family. Learn to remember you got great friends. Don't forget that, and they will always care for you no matter what. Always remember to smile and look up at what you got in life. I don't mind being burdened with being glamorous and sexual. Beauty and femininity are ageless and can't be contrived. And glamour, although the manufacturers won't like this, cannot be manufactured. Not real glamour, it's based on femininity. The body is meant to be seen, not all covered up. I have feelings too. I am still human. All I want is to be loved, for myself and for my talent. Friendship is the bestest thing that comes to life. Friends will always be there for you. Don't worry about the fakes. Worry about the people who had your back from the start and never treated you wrong. Always remember they are your real friends. Don't never take them as granted, because one day you're going to lose a good friend by the way your actions are. When you see a good friend, stick to that person. Hollywood is a place where they'll pay you $1,000 for a kiss and 50 cents for your soul. I know, because I turned down the first offer often enough and held out for the 50 cents. I used to think, as I looked out on the Hollywood night, there must be thousands of girls sitting alone like me, dreaming of becoming a movie star, but I'm not going to worry about them. I'm dreaming the hardest. Just because you fail once doesn't mean you're gonna fail at everything. I've been on a calendar, but never on time. This life is what you make it. Not matter what, you're going to mess up sometimes. It's a universal truth. But the good part is you get to decide how you're going to mess it up. Girls will be your friends. They'll act like it anyway. But just remember, some come, some go. The ones that stay with you through everything, they're your true best friends. Don't let go of them. I love to do the things the censors won't pass. I have too many fantasies to be a housewife. I guess I am a fantasy. I knew I belonged to the public and to the world, not because I was talented or even beautiful, but because I had never belonged to anything or anyone else. Looking back, I guess I used to play act all the time. For one thing, it meant I could live in a more interesting world than the one around me. Some people have been unkind. If I say I want to grow as an actress, they look at my figure. If I say I want to develop, to learn my craft, they laugh. Somehow they don't expect me to be serious about my work. It's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. I read poetry to save time. I could never pretend something I didn't feel. I could never make love if I didn't love. And if I loved, I could no more hide the fact than change the color of my eyes. I'm for the individual as opposed to the corporation. The way it is, the individual is the underdog. And with all the things a corporation has going for them, the individual comes out banged on her head. The artist is nothing. It's really tragic. I've often stood silent at a party for hours listening to my movie idols turn into dull and little people. The thing I want more than anything else, I want to have children. I used to feel for every child I had, I would adopt another. That's the way you feel when you're beaten inside. You don't feel angry at those who have beaten you. You just feel ashamed. A wise girl knows her limits. A smart girl knows that she has none. No one ever told me I was pretty when I was a little girl. All little girls should be told they're pretty, even if they aren't. So keep your head high, keep your chin up, and most importantly, keep smiling, because life's a beautiful thing and there's so much to smile about. Hollywood is a place where they'll pay you $1,000 for a kiss and 50 cents for your soul. I don't stop when I'm tired. I only stop when I'm done. I want to grow old without facelifts. I want to have the courage to be loyal to the face I've made. Sometimes I think it would be easier to avoid old age, to die young, but then you'd never complete your life, would you? You'd never wholly know you. Husbands are chiefly good as lovers when they are betraying their wives. The trouble with censors is that they worry if a girl has cleavage. They ought to worry if she hasn't any. There's only one sort of natural blonde on earth, albinos. I would have told her then she was the only thing that I could love in this dying world, but the simple word love itself already died and went away. Trying to build myself up with the fact that I have done things right, that were even good, and have had moments that were excellent, but the bad is heavier to carry around and feel have no confidence. It's better for the whole world to know you, even as a sex star, than never to be known at all. I wanted to ask 1,000 questions, but there was no one to ask. Besides, I knew that people only told lies to children, lies about everything from soup to Santa Claus. People had a habit of looking at me as if I were some kind of mirror instead of a person. They didn't see me, they saw their own lewd thoughts. Then they white masked themselves by calling me the lewd one. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius. They will only care when you're gone. I am not a victim of emotional conflicts. I am human. A friend tells you what you want to hear. A best friend tells you the truth. But chiefly, no lies. No lies about there being a Santa Claus or about the world being full of noble and honorable people all eager to help each other and do good to each other. I'll tell her there are honor and goodness in the world, the same as there are diamonds and radium. I lay in bed at night crying to myself. The only one who loved me and watched over me was someone I couldn't see or hear or touch. I'm a failure as a woman. My men expect so much of me because of the image they've made of me and that I've made of myself as a sex symbol. They expect bells to ring and whistles to whistle, but my anatomy is the same as any other woman's and I can't live up to it. I had to use my wits or else I'd have been sunk, and nothing's going to sink me. Everyone was always pulling at me, tugging at me, as if they wanted a piece of me. It was always, do this, do that, and not just on the job but off, too. God, I've tried to stay intact, whole. Try to enjoy myself when I can. I'll be miserable enough as it is. Only parts of us will ever touch only parts of others. Open your eyes and look within. Are you satisfied with the life you are living? In spite of everything, life is not without hope. A smart girl leaves before she is left. There is just no comparison between having a dinner date with a man and staying home playing canasta with the girls. Most people in the world are Christ lovers, and then there are Christ haters, but all of them are fixated on Christ, and He perpetuates forever. I'm pretty, but I'm not beautiful. I sin, but I'm not the devil. I'm good, but I'm not an angel. Being normal is boring. Everything happens for a reason. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Always remember to smile and look up at what you got in life. There are always two sides to every story. You just do it. You force yourself to get up. You force yourself to put one foot before the other. And goddamn it, you refuse to let it get to you. You fight, you cry, you curse. Then you go about your business of living. That's how I've done it. There's no other way. I know I'm not a perfect person, but I can make a good relationship last forever. I think I hate it here because there is no love here anymore. I regret the effort I desperately made here. Keep it classy, never trashy, just a little nasty. Most men judge your importance in their lives by how much you can hurt them, not by how happy you can make them. I think to love bravely is the best and accept as much as one can bear.